Welcome to my bike journey on the Great Allegheny Passage and the C&O Trail. Follow along with me as I make my way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. Today, on day 8, we travel from Sharpsburg to Leesburg, Virginia. We'll cover close to 50 miles and cross the river into Virginia for the night. The terrain is mostly flat as we continue to head towards D.C. I'll cover the day's journey as well as a few interesting points along the way, including a ferry ride across the Potomac River. Good morning, welcome to day 8, and we're leaving Sharpsburg and the Jason Rohrback Inn. So along with just a super bread and breakfast, and a great house, and a great room, I had a really nice dinner right across the street almost, but there's this local ice cream shop called Nutter's, and I was told you got to go over and check it out, so I did. The line was out the door, and you go inside, and the prices were basically from the 1950s, and the portions were just ridiculous, and there were just people lined up eating this ice cream. It was kind of fun. So this morning we're heading to Leesburg, Virginia. It is the longest mileage day for me on the trail. It'll be about 50 miles if I don't take the shuttle to the hotel. I'll cut a few miles off of that if I do. Heading down Route 34 out of Sharpsburg, taking a look or trying to find the bridge that goes over the Potomac to West Virginia. There's a switchback there or something that I had to take down to the canal, so we'll get there in a few minutes here. So I haven't seen this many cars since Pittsburgh. I do believe I have found the entrance back to the trail. I don't want to make a mistake here because I'm going to have a big uphill to get back, so I'll give it a shot. Okay, that was the right road, and we're back on the C&O Canal Trail. And glorious morning. It's about 58 degrees. It's supposed to get up to about 80 today, and no rain in sight for the rest of my trip. So about 6.5 miles in this morning, there's the Potomac River and a creek feeding it, and then here is an aqueduct. So this is the canal on a bridge going over the smaller river that's feeding the Potomac. And so at one time this would have been filled with water, and the canal boats transported over a river and then on to DC. There's a couple sections this morning where it looks like they've gone down the path with a grader and removed that center strip. And the trail turned into sort of this black powder. It's not asphalt, so now the trail has turned into asphalt. That was about Yep. There's these front end loaders that keep coming down the trail. A little freaky. About 17 miles in this morning, and this trail, sorry, I was thinking about that ice cream last night. This trail surface is a real treat this morning. Was not expecting something this smooth and easy going. About 21 miles in this morning and stopped at a little picnic area. It's a beautiful morning. I'm eating a little breakfast at the bed and breakfast. Packed me a scone and a banana and some water, and enjoying this beautiful morning. Okay, we're back to the C&O Trail we know so well. The double track and a little bit more of the mud. It's about 23.5 miles in this morning, and there was a pretty nice detour around a section of the path that just collapsed over this creek, and they've taken us around the collapse and built a temporary bridge and up a little hill to get back on the path. 24.5 miles in this morning, we are actually inside of an aqueduct. So this would have been filled with water. It's a bridge that's carrying the canal over another river that's below us. So just over 29 miles in this morning. Just giving you a little idea of what the trail surface is like. There's a camera mounted a little bit down low. You'll see that for the most part it's smooth. But then you come to these sections where you got to make your choice pretty quick. Go around this way, avoid the big mud puddle, watch that branch. What I do like about the C&O Canal is that it changes complexion on a fairly regular basis. This is back to double track with the grass center strip, and then the canals along our left filled with swampy water. Seems like every time you pass a log there are 2 or 3 turtles sunning themselves. 37 miles in this morning, and boy, I just hit this very desolate part of the trail. It's very quiet. I haven't seen anybody in a couple miles, and sort of has that deep woods feel to it. Okay, we've made it to White's Ferry. So we've got to take a boat across the Potomac into Virginia for our night in Leesburg. This is the shuttle pickup point. I am going to do the shuttle to the hotel. They're going to be here in a few minutes. We're right off of White's Ferry that we just came across. Kind of interesting. It's just kind of a pontoon boat with a steel cable that pulls itself across the river. And it's just back and forth all day. I think they run to about 11 o'clock at night. Pretty cool. So here's my shuttle. So just like that, I'm at the Comfort Inn in Leesburg, Virginia, and this will be our stop for the night, and we'll get ready very early in the morning to get on the last day to our final destination, Washington, D.C.